Next section, surface area, pyramids and cones. The biggest thing here when we're finding surface area is looking at this slant height. This right here is my slant height. So it's saying if I were to unfold this into a net, it's the height of the triangle on the side of the figure. And usually it is labeled with a cursive L. So again, there's going to be formulas here to help us figure out surface area of pyramids and cones. First, I want you to pause the video and label each diagram as cone or pyramid. And if it is a pyramid, I want you to tell me what type of pyramid it might be. First one's a cone, second one's triangular pyramid. How can you tell that it's triangular? Because the base that it's sitting on is a triangle. Next one would be a square pyramid, because the base is a square. The last one is another cone. Surface area of a pyramid. First, we have to talk about the lateral area. Lateral area is going to be all the triangles on the side of the pyramid. In this case, it would be a square pyramid. So a square pyramid has 4 sides, each with the side length s would be 4 times s. If it was a regular polygon and the side length was 6, it would be 6s. So let's stick with the square pyramid. You're finding the lateral area, you're first finding the perimeter of the bottom shape. So that would be this length right here. And you multiply that by the slant height. So in this case, it would look like that. And you times it by 1/2. Basically what you're doing is finding the area of all 4 triangles. That's why you're using the perimeter. And then if you want the total surface area, you have to add the lateral area, so these 4 triangles, to the area of the base. So this B is just the area of the base. And depending on what the base is, it might change the formula you might use. So looking at the surface area of this square pyramid, so first I'm finding the lateral area. Again, it's 1/2 times my perimeter. In this case, one side is 8. So 8 times 4 is going to give me 32 times my slant height, which is 12. Right here is my slant height because it's from the point down to the side of the base. That's going to be your slant height. That's going to be equal to 192. So if I'm looking for my surface area then, it's my lateral area plus the area of my base. Look at the area of my base. It's this right here, which is 8 times 8 because it's a square, so that's 64. So my total surface area is going to be 256 centimeters squared. Again, area is always squared. In this next problem, I'm given the height of the pyramid, not the slant height. So whenever you're given the height of the pyramid, you can always draw the height of the pyramid with the slant height and a right triangle right here within the picture. This right here is a right triangle because the height always creates a right angle. Now in this case, since the whole length is 9 and this is cut in half, the height is always cut in half, this would be equal to 4.5. And now if I redraw that triangle, what I have here is a right triangle, and I need to figure out what the slant height is. This length right there. So I can use a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, or my slant height squared. So if I'm going to simplify this, it would be 84.25 is equal to L squared. I have to take the square root of both sides of the equation. And I would get that my slant height is going to be 9.2 is equal to L. So now I can find my lateral area, which is 1/2 times my perimeter. In this case, it would be 9 times 4, which is 36, times my slant height, which would be equal to 165.6. So my total surface area then is going to be my lateral area plus the area of my base. And in this case, it would be 9 plus 9, or 9 times 9, which would be 81, which would equal 246.6 inches squared. I want you to attempt this problem by yourself. This is where you're going to set up a right triangle right here to help you find the lateral area, or the lateral the slant length. You're looking for this length right there. And you should have gotten a 128 meters squared. So you should have gotten your slant height to equal about 10.3 using a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then your lateral area is 1/2 times the perimeter, so 5 times 4, times your lateral or your slant height. And then add your lateral area plus the area of your base, and that gives you the 128. A cone has the same concept. You want to find the area of the lateral area and add it to the area of the base. So in this case, if you were to write out the total formula for surface area, it would be your lateral area, which is pi r times your slant height, plus the area of your base is r squared pi. So I'd write down this formula for surface area of a cone. So when I'm looking at this next problem, I have my altitude or my height of my cone. Just like the problems that we were just dealing with, I need to find my slant height. I need to find this length right here. So if I draw a right triangle, I'm going to have 12 on this side, 5 on this side, and I'm looking for my slant height. So it'd be 12 squared plus 5 squared is equal to L squared, which would be 169 is equal to L squared, and then take the square root. 13 is equal to L. So now if I use this formula right up here, and I want to leave it in terms of pi, my surface area is going to be equal to my radius. Radius here is 5 times my slant height, which is 13 times pi, plus my radius squared times pi. And now I want to simplify this. 5 times 13 give me 65 pi. And 5 squared is going to give me 25 pi. And now I can just add 25 plus 65 to get 90 pi. My units are meters squared. So it's the same concept, except now you're using r and pi because it's dealing with a circle. This next problem is just asking for the lateral area. So I do not have to add on my area of my base. So my lateral area for a cone is pi r times my slant height. So in this case, it would be pi. My radius here, if my diameter is 6, my radius is going to give me 3 because it's half. My slant height is 12. So it says round to the nearest square centimeter, so whole number. So I would take 36 times 3.14 or pi, however you want to do it, it would be 113 centimeters squared. Make sure you took good notes and have all your formulas written down, because I will not be giving them to you. And have a great day.